Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave your callback number, press 5.
Hey, it's me. I can see why you didn't pick up the phone. I know you're mad at me. I know I haven't been around, but baby, I miss you, baby. I miss you so much. Please allow me to make it up to you. Let me just take you out to dinner. Like, I need to explain myself. Just give me a call back. I love you.
The moment I saw the results, all I kept thinking was, what am I gonna do? I can't have a baby, at least not now. There's so much I want to do, so many places I want to see, and a baby, well, that would bring everything to a screeching halt. Besides, him as a father? No way, I mean, I barely see him. How often would he see a child? I grabbed my phone and I made the call. I remember my hands shaking and my voice trembling as I spoke. It was a conversation I never thought I'd have. But there I was, discussing my options. The receptionist was pleasant and managed to fit me in that morning. I decided, you know what, I'm not going to think about it any longer. I'm just going to throw on a pair of jeans and a hoodie and I'm going to run out the door. There must have been an accident on the highway or something. Just my luck, right? Traffic was bumper to bumper, a slow crawl at best. I kept trying to see the cars in front of me as if seeing parked cars would make them move. But inching forward was all I could do. I was frustrated, so I pulled off at the nearest exit and decided to wait it out in a coffee shop. I found a secluded corner of the shop, far away from everyone else. If I could have thrown on a cloak of invisibility, I would have. All I wanted was to be left alone with the thoughts that seemed to be running frantically in my head, trapped and unable to escape. My life completely changed that day. I had so many questions I couldn't answer. What was I gonna do? Don't know. How would I raise a child? Yeah. No clue. Would he be a good father? Chances are, probably not. I lowered my head and I fought back tears. I thought no one would see me crying. I thought no one was paying attention. But when I looked up, bam! An old man was staring at me. I turned around thinking maybe he was staring at something on the wall. No, he was staring at me. The moment we made eye contact, I looked away quickly, hoping he would do the same, but he just kept looking at me, smiling. Guess what, folks? I really wasn't in the mood to deal with creeps that day. What? I guess I'm not intimidating at all because neither the tone of my voice nor the look on my face kept him from approaching me. May I sit with you? I really wanted to say no, but I try to respect my elders, so I nodded. He pulled out the chair, and he stared. Forgive me, I know it's rude to stare, but you look so much like my granddaughter. Okay. Cool, I said, wondering if that explanation was supposed to make me less creeped out. I haven't seen her in a long while, and I miss her. Maybe it's not a coincidence that I saw you here instead. I honestly didn't care what he was talking about. I was just trying not to be rude, and I wanted to be left alone. He reached into his wallet and he pulled out a neatly folded piece of paper. It was a little bit tattered on the edges. My granddaughter used to write me notes as a child. Here's my favorite one. It served me well, and maybe I should pass it on to you. He handed me the note. He tipped his hat to me and he left the shop. I looked at the paper and I seriously thought about throwing it away. After staring at it for a few moments, I opened the note and it read, "Sleep on it. God just might speak to you in a dream." I can't explain it, but those words did something to me. I don't know if it made me want to talk or it just gave me some much-needed comfort. I looked for the old man, but he was gone. So I decided to follow instructions. I went home, and and all I could think about was what happened. My mind was going a mile a minute trying to figure out if the traffic, the coffee shop, the old man, and the note were just coincidences. I rested my head, and after a few moments, I drifted off to sleep. When I opened my eyes, I was laying in a field of grass. I looked around, and all I could see were green and yellow fields for miles. I stood up, and off in the distance, I saw a man standing next to a tree and waving at me. I couldn't make out his face. I didn't know who he was, but I felt compelled to wave back. Just then, a little boy, no older than 3, grabbed my leg. He was giggling and he circled me playfully. I picked him up. "Who are you?" I asked. He kept laughing and he hugged me and said, "Thank you." He quickly jumped down and ran off, and I looked to see where he went, but he just disappeared. When I turned back, there were several people, waiting their turns to embrace me. I must have hugged a dozen people who were all thanking me. The last one was an old woman. She gave me the longest hug, but before she could walk off, I held onto her arm. "I'm so sorry, but why are all these people thanking me? What did I do?" She smiled and said, "We're thanking you because of him, your son. You raised such an amazing man. He saved my life." Again, I looked at the man waving at me in the distance, and I began to walk toward him. When he saw me, he started playfully backing away, forcing me to run after him. I found myself chasing him, trying to get a glimpse of his face. I kept yelling, "Wait! Wait!" But he just laughed and kept running. Exhausted and out of breath, I yelled, "What did you do for all these people? Who are you? Wait! I want to meet you!" He stopped and he turned toward me. I still couldn't see him. Then the sky grew darker and he just shot up into the clouds. My phone rang and it jolted me out of my dream. It was the clinic. The receptionist said, "We missed you today. Would you like to reschedule?" I waited what felt like an eternity to respond. And I thought about my dream. I thought about my child. "No, thank you. No need to reschedule." I ended the call, and I laid back down in bed. For the first time, I knew I could do this. And I knew I wanted to do this, even if it meant doing it by myself. I thought about my baby, and I thought, I want to see you. I want to hold your hand. I want to meet you.